Okay. Now, today let's start a new topic. The topic is financial statements of sole trader. Okay. I'll just write it down here. Financial statement of a sole trader. Okay. So this is the topic for today. Okay. Now, before that, can you tell me what is the purpose of preparing a financial statement? What are financial statements? So we prepare income statement. What else? What are the other financial statements? Yeah. Second one is financial position. Okay. So there are other financial statements also, a part of the financial statement, which is known as cash flows statement. Okay. What are the components of financial statements? Then we have equity statement. So these are the basic financial statements. Okay. Now, what is the purpose? What is the purpose? Preparing financial statements. So we prepare income statement to find out, to identify what? What is the main purpose of preparing an income statement? Yeah, just to identify the profit for the year. Okay. So what is the purpose of preparing a financial position? Yeah, to summarize the company's assets, liabilities, and equities. Okay. At a given period, we should know what are the values of assets, their liabilities, and equity. Okay. So we should be able to, at a given period, we should be able to identify the financial position of an organization. Then what is the purpose of preparing a cash flow statement? Yeah, we need to identify the cash inflows and cash outflows for a particular period. And at the end of the year, so what will be the closing cash flow balance? Okay, this is to identify the cash inflows and cash outflows, and to see the net cash position. Then what about equity statement? So what is the purpose of preparing an equity statement? The owner's contribution, right, towards the organization, towards the company, okay, towards the business. So at the end of the period, at the end of the year, we should be able to identify what is the value of the owners. Okay, so we call it net worth of the owners, the shareholders. Okay, so the purpose of preparing this is to identify the net worth of the owners. Okay, so these are the basic what do you call, the financial statements that we prepare for an organization. Okay, now first of all we'll start with income statement. Okay, so now as you explain me income statement, what is the purpose of preparing income statement? The purpose of preparing income statement is to calculate the profit, right? This is the main purpose. So when you say profit, so there are two types of profits. Can you tell me what are the two kinds of profit that we calculate? Not sure. Okay. So we calculate what is known as gross profit, and the other one is, we call it net profit, or we can say profit for the year. Now, what is gross profit and how do you calculate gross profit? So gross profit is simply, what you need to do is you take sales. Okay, this is the sales value less cost of sales. Okay, so later I will explain you how to calculate cost of sales. So once you deduct this from sales, cost of sales, this is known as what? This is known as gross profit, right? Did you get it? Sales minus cost of sales will be the gross profit. Okay, for example, let's say your sales value is 10,000. Your cost of sales is, let's say, 5,000. So what is your gross profit? Gross profit is 5,000. Did you get it? Okay, simply you take sales, deduct the cost of sales. That's how you calculate gross profit. Then how do you calculate net profit? Net profit is derived from gross profit. Okay, you take gross profit. From gross profit, what you need to do? You need to deduct all your expenses, other expenses. What are other expenses? So mainly we can categorize this into general and administrative expenses. We call it general and admin expenses. Okay, administrative expenses. Okay, so you deduct those expenses. Then we have selling and distribution expenses, right? Selling and distribution expenses. Those expenses also you need to deduct. Then we will have interest expenses. You get it? Okay, so interest expenses. Then if you have any taxes, you need to deduct taxes as well. Okay, under your syllabus, I don't think you will be given taxes. Okay, so this is how you calculate the net profit. Is that clear? Okay, so how do you calculate gross profit? What is the difference between gross profit and net profit? If somebody asks you, when you say income statement, okay, we have to identify these two profits separately, gross profit and net profit. Now, how do you calculate gross profit? Sales minus your cost of sales. Now, what do you mean by cost of sales? For example, let's say you are doing a business. Let's say your business is making cakes and selling to your customers. Okay. Now, your sales will be selling of cakes, right? You can say cake sales. So what will be your cost of sales to make cakes? No, to make a cake. To make a cake, what do you need? Yeah, what are those? Raw materials. Okay, so you need materials, right? to make cake, you need what you said, you need butter, right? What else? Sugar. What else? The main thing you didn't tell me. Flour. What else? You need eggs, right? Okay. So these are known as what? Raw materials, right? These are known as raw materials. So which means to make a cake, okay, to make a cake, you need raw materials. So which means these are known as direct cost, right? These are directly attributable cost. What is that? Can you repeat this? What is that? So directly attributable cost. Okay. So raw materials. What else you need? You need labors also, no? To make a cake, labor cost. Okay. So basically, cost of sales means it's a direct cost, which are usually material and labor to make or to buy a product. Okay. To make a product, you need raw materials and labor. These are directly attributable costs to make a product. So in this scenario, you need butter, you need sugar, you need flour, you need eggs to make a cake. Cake is your product. What are your direct costs? The raw materials. Okay. So you need raw materials to make a one product, which is cake. Okay. So that is the meaning of cost of sales. Okay. So cost of sales means the raw material purchases. Okay. So you can say raw material purchases and labor cost. These are known as what? Cost of sales. You understand? Okay. For example, let's say you made a sale of 10,000. You sold cakes worth of 10,000. And to make that cake, you had to incur certain cost on your raw materials. And you incurred 5,000 to purchase butter, sugar, flour, and eggs. Okay. So what is the gross profit you are making? What is the gross profit you are making by selling cakes? 5,000, right? You are making 5,000. Okay. Now, what will be your net profit? After, no, you just can't sell cakes by merely manufacturing, but by merely making the cake, right? You need to do some other activities, right? What activities you need to do to sell your cake to your customers? What sort of activities you need to do in order to sell your cake? Can you tell me? Yeah, okay. So let's say you have some what do you call uh, brochures, right? About cakes. Then you need to put an advertisement on Facebook or on papers, you know. So let's say you have incurred selling and distribution cost, let's say for advertisements about 1,000. And also you have a premises and you are paying rent also. Or else let's say you have a motor vehicle and you are paying for rental charges, let's say for motor vehicle to distribute, let's say that will fall under selling and distribution. So let's say now there is an admin staff who is looking after this. You are paying a salaries. Okay. So let's say you are paying salaries of 1,000. Now your gross profit is how much? 5,000. From gross profit, when you deduct your salaries and your sales expenses, so what will be your net profit? 5,000 minus 1,000 salaries and 1,000 your sales promotion expenses. So how much is your net profit? 3,000. Is that clear? Okay. So this is how you calculate gross profit and net profit. Okay, it's very simple. Okay. Now let me share with you uh, some of the, what do you call, the company's accounts, the layout of the income statement. Okay. So let me share with you. Okay. You can see the screen, right? Now you see now the company XYZ income statement. Can you see? Sales, $1 million. Cost of goods sold, 250. What is this? Gross profit. From gross profit, you deduct your selling expenses, advertising expenses, commission expenses, then administrative expenses. You have office supplies, office equipment expenses. Okay, altogether 100,000. This is altogether 175. They have categorized this into operating and non-operating, doesn't matter. Okay. And if you have any other, see, operating income, they are taking as this is not required. Okay. Let me show you some other example. Okay. Can you see the screen? Now, see, revenue is how much? Sales revenue, 500,000. Okay. Then there are no sales return. If there are sales return, that has to be deducted. Then you have to take the net revenue. Cost of goods sold, how much? 150. So therefore, what is your gross profit? 350. So here the cost of goods sold means raw materials and labor cost. Okay. Then you have other expenses, accounting, advertising, and amortization, bad debt, depreciation expenses, employee payroll tax, employee wages, entertainment, insurance expenses. So likewise, you can see all these expenses. Okay. To run the operation, you need to spend all these expenses. So the total expenses is 258,500. Then you have a net income before tax is how much? 91,500. Less income tax, your net profit is how much? 91,500. Okay. uh, 2020 and 2019. So usually companies, they show the comparative figures as well. Okay. So 2020 was the current period last year, and 2019 was the comparative figures. Now you can see what are their main income, Samira. If you take a bank, we don't call it sales or revenue. Okay. Instead of that, what is their main income source? They lend money, and what do? That will be their interest income. When they lend money to customers will have to pay interest, right? From customers point of view, it's an interest expense. From bank point of view, it will be an interest income. We don't say sales. Okay. So interest income, how much? 43 million. Interest expenses will be the cost of sales, right? That will be the cost of sales. Then net interest income means that is the cost of gross profit. Okay. Net interest income means gross profit. Now you have expenses. See, fees and commission income, fees and commission expenses. Then you have other income sources. Then you can see staff expenses, depreciation. Okay. So likewise, you can see the bottom. What is the bottom line? Bottom line is the profit for the year. So profit for the year means the net profit. Okay. So let me take another financial statement for a trading company. Can you see? Okay. See, revenue, direct cost, which is the cost of sales. Then you have what? Gross profit. Then deduct all your expenses. So what is the final profit? Net profit is how much? 14,448,000, because these are given in thousands. Okay. So therefore, even though it is 14,448, you need to add 3 zeros. Okay. This is for presentation purpose. We presented in thousands. Okay. So you can see income tax is also deducted here. And the comparative, the 2019, there was a loss, right? 80,839,000. Can you see the loss? It's a huge loss, right? Okay. So this is how the financial statements are prepared, the income statement, consolidated statement of income. Okay. Question number 1. This is very important. Okay. Question number 1. So let's take purchased, let's say 1,000 quantities at the rate of, let's say, $100, and sold 500 units at the rate of $125. Okay. So compute profit. So in fact, gross profit, compute gross profit. Okay. Samira, please let me know what is gross profit. Can you calculate and show me what will be the gross profit? Please do it.
25 minus 100.
Sorry.
Wait, I should do it. Okay, wait.
Okay, so let me do this. Okay, I'll give you later. This is, let's say, in the month of January. Okay, January 2021. Okay, so now I showed you some templates. You have to start with what? Sales or purchases? To find out gross profit, you have to start with what? Samira, can you hear me?
Yeah, Tati. Yeah, it was lagging a bit.
Okay, so how do you calculate? How do you start the? Now I showed you some templates, right? To calculate gross profit, you have to start with sales or purchases first.
Sales.
Okay, now we'll take sales. Okay, how much is sales? How many quantities were sold? 500 at the rate of 125. How much is sales value? Quickly calculate. How much? Yeah, it's very slow. I can't hear you. 62,500. Okay. Now, to compute gross profit, okay, you need to deduct cost of sales. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So cost of sales, what are the components? I told you the raw material purchases, right? Now you have purchases. How much is the purchases? How many units you bought? 1000. So 1000 you bought it at the rate of what? 100. So how much is your purchases then?
100,000.
100,000. Okay. Purchases will be 100,000. So can you take 100,000 and you deduct it here to calculate your profit? Is that correct? Is that right?
No, you will get a minus value.
You will get a minus value. Okay. Then what you should do? You bought how many units? You bought how many units?
1,000.
1000. How much did you sell? 500.
500.
Okay. You sold 500 at the rate of 125. So therefore, your sales value is 62,500. Then to calculate gross profit, you should identify the cost for 500 units. So even though you are given purchases, the purchases amount cannot be deducted here. So therefore, what you should do? If you deduct, it is wrong. It's not correct. Okay. So what you should identify is the amount you spent on 500 units. Okay. So therefore, what you do is, what we have to do is, instead of taking 500, we can say purchases minus closing inventory. How much is your closing inventory? You bought 1000. This is your purchases. How many units you sold? 500. What is your closing stocks, closing inventory? 500, right? Okay. So what you need to do, this 500 closing inventory, at what rate you bought? 100, right? $100. So 500 into 100 is how much? 50,000, right? So how much is your cost of sales then? 50,000, right? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So what we have done here? We bought 1000 units. We sold 500. So therefore, out of 1000, when you sell 500, you left with 500 closing inventory. That closing inventory, from purchases, you deduct the closing inventory. So that will be the cost of sales. This is cost of sales. Okay. Then you deduct cost of sales, 50,000. Okay. This is cost of sales. From sales, if you deduct cost of sales, 50,000, what is your gross profit? 12,500. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Can you take down this? Or shall I shall I do another question? You can later, you can watch, right? What is the best way?
Yeah, you can go for another question.
Okay. Now, this is for the month of January, right? Now we'll start with another one. Question number 2. Please listen to me. This is very, very important concept. This is for the month of February 2021. Okay. Now, February also, he purchases 750 at the rate of, let's say, 100 and he sold 650 units at the rate of 125. Okay, compute gross profit for the month of February 2021. Okay, how you can calculate the gross profit? Samira, can you explain me how you gonna calculate the gross profit for the month of February? Okay, so let me say take sales, how much? 650 at the rate of 125. How much? Please let me know the figure.
250.
650 times 125. How much?
81,250.
Yeah, 81,250. Now what you need to do? You need to deduct what? You need to identify what? Cost of sales. Okay. From cost of sales, under cost of sales, your purchases, how much?
750 times 100.
750 times 100. How much?
75,000.
75,000. Then what you should do?
You should minus.
Huh?
You should deduct
Deduct what?
sales minus cost of sales.
No. Now you are selling how much? 650. And how much? How many units you purchase? 750.
750.
Okay. How many units are left?
100.
100. What is that 100?
The
Closing inventory, right? Okay. So that closing inventory, you should deduct it from purchases, right? Closing inventory. Okay. Now, if you do it like that, is that correct? This is the correct, this is the way you calculate purchases minus closing inventory. That will be the cost of sales. But we are just continuing from the first question, right? What is the first question from January? Okay. So January, please listen to me. January, how many units we bought? 1,000, right? How many units we sold? 500. Then how much was our closing inventory? 500, right? This closing inventory of 500 will be, this is the closing, right? Closing inventory for January. So when you transfer this to February, because it's a continuation, right? January, February, throughout the period. So this closing inventory will become what? Opening inventory for February. Is that clear, Samira?
Yes.
Okay. So therefore, this closing inventory in the period of what? January will be the opening inventory for February. So therefore, when you take this February period, okay, so February also there were certain transaction happened. But when you calculate cost of sales, you had an opening inventory of 500 at the rate of 100. This was carried forward from which period? January, right? So January, we brought forward this opening inventory, 500 units. What is the value? 50,000. In addition to that, how many units in the month of February you bought? 750, right? So that will be your purchases for the month. Okay, so you had opening inventory, then you purchased 750, and what is your closing inventory? Samira, can you tell me your closing inventory for the month of February? No, I'm talking about units, Puta. Tell me the units.
500.
Yeah, you brought forward 500, right? How many units you purchased during February?
750.
750. How much is total in stocks? 1,250, right? Just assume you brought, let's say, 500 eggs to make cake. Sorry, 750 you bought, 750 eggs you bought in February, whereas you were left with 500 eggs in the month of January, right? So therefore, in total, how many eggs you have? 1,250 eggs, right? Okay. How many eggs you sold in the month of February?
650.
650. Okay. So sold 650. So what is left? What is this? What is this 600? Closing inventory. Very good, Puta. Okay. See, now we had opening inventory of eggs we brought forward from January month. In the month of February, we bought more eggs, 750. So therefore, we had in total 1,250, whereas we sold 650. So as a result of that, we are left with 600 closing inventory. Okay, so the closing inventory should be how much? 600. Okay, at the rate of how much? 100, which will be 60,000. So which means the opening stock and purchases you need to add. Okay, so opening inventory and purchases in quantity we added, right, to get the total quantities. So likewise, we need to identify what is the total stock value, item value, which is the opening inventory plus purchases. Okay, so which is 50,000 plus 75,000 minus closing inventory will be your what? Cost of sales. Okay, so 50,000 plus 75,000 is 125,000. 125,000 minus 65,000, 60 how much? 65,000. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, so 65,000 is your cost of sales. Then what is your gross profit? What is your gross profit? Calculate. 16,250. Okay. Now here we learn a very important concept. You will not be given the quantities, Puta. I am trying to explain you how this cost of sales is computed. Okay. So basically, the formula will be like this. Sales, we took 81,250. We deducted cost of sales. So cost of sales means we have to see whether we have any opening inventories. If you have opening inventory, now in this scenario, we had an opening stock of 500. What is the value of that opening stock? 50,000. Already in your stores, you had 50,000 opening inventory. In this scenario, you had 500 eggs. In addition to that, you purchased in the month of February more eggs, 750. How much is the value of that? 75,000. Okay. So how many eggs you have now? You had 50,000 in opening inventory and you purchase additional eggs, which is 75,000. Okay. So therefore, the total was 125,000 total X value. But you did not sell the entire amount. You sold only 600. So which is the closing inventory? Sorry, you did not sell the total of 1,250. You sold only 650. Therefore, your closing inventory is 600. Closing inventory units will be 600. So value is 60,000. So when you deduct the closing inventory, 125 minus 60, that will be your cost of sales. This is what I just wanted to explain. Your gross profit is 16,250. So if you are given a question to calculate gross profit, how you will calculate? Can you explain me based on this format? How you will calculate, Samira? Explain me. How you gonna calculate your gross profit?
First, you have to find the sales,
Okay, sales.
and then you have to find cost of sales.
You have to
bring
deduct the cost of sales. So cost of sales means what? How do you calculate cost of sales?
cost of sales. You will calculate the expenses.
Yeah, now in this case, what are the expenses? How did I arrive at
Purchases.
not only purchases? What else you added?
The close opening inventory.
Huh?
Opening inventory.
Yeah, opening inventory. Okay, opening inventory means your previous month purchases.
Previous month.
What is left you have brought forward here. Okay, then opening inventory, what you need to do? You need to add the purchases during the period. Okay, so 50,000 plus 75,000. How much is your total inventory, total item value? 125,000. Okay, from that, what you need to deduct? Closing inventory. So when you deduct closing inventory, what you can identify? What is this 650, 65,000? That is cost of sales. Your cost of sales is how much? 65,000. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So you have to be very, very thorough with this. If you are asked to calculate gross profit, the gross profit is simply means sales minus cost of sales. How do you identify cost of sales? Simply you take the opening inventory, add purchases, deduct the closing inventory. Okay, so this is just an example to get an idea about how do you calculate the gross profit. Okay, now I will give you an example. Please do it. This is for you. Okay, take down this question. Question number 3. Okay, this is again, we are starting from January. This is a fresh question. Okay, January. Purchases 1,000 units at the rate of 50. This is dollars. And sales, how many units? 600 units at the rate of $80. Compute gross profit for the month of January. Then February, this is the continuation of this question. Purchases 750 units at the rate of, this is $60. Sales, sorry, we'll take 50. You will get confused otherwise. This is at the rate of 50 and sold 650 at the rate of 80. Compute gross profit for February 2021.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, you calculate the gross profit. I need to see the formula, the template, and you continue from question number 3 to question number 4 and find out the gross profit for February. Quickly calculate. Okay, shall we start discussing, Samira? Yeah. So can you tell me how to calculate gross profit in January? How much is our sales? We sold how many units? 600 units at the rate of 80, right? So therefore you can show 600 at the rate of 80. How much? 48,000. Okay, so you can put it in 2 columns. This I can't take straight line. That's what I am not taking 2 columns. Okay, then what you need to do, Samira?
Cost of sale.
Cost of sales. Okay, cost of sales. So our cost of sales should start with opening inventory, right? But did we have any opening inventory? This is the beginning of the month, right? So therefore we don't have any opening inventory. So you take it in this column, okay? I will try to get 2 columns. This is 1 column. This is another column. Okay, good. Then opening inventory, there is nothing. plus purchases. Yeah, we bought 1000 units. So 1000 units, at which rate we bought? 50. How much is that? 50,000, right? It's 50,000. Now, we bought 1000, we sold 600. We know we need to deduct closing inventory, right? To get the cost of sales. How much is the closing inventory now? From 1000, you sold 600. That should be how much? 400, right? At the rate of the 50 is our cost, purchase cost. So which is 400 times 50 is 20,000. Okay, that 20,000 has to be deducted. Then your cost of sales will be 30,000. Your gross profit will be how much? 18,000. Is that correct, Samira? Your answer is right. Is that correct? Okay. Now we'll move on to February month. February, let's take our sales. Can you explain me how much is our sales? We sold 650, right? 650 times how much? 80. How much is the value? Can you give me the value? 52,000.
Yeah.
52,000. Less cost of sales. Okay. So we have to start with opening inventory. How much is the opening inventory now? How much is the opening inventory?
20,000.
Huh?
20,000.
20,000 is the value. You take with the amount, the quantity. 400, we had opening stock, which is 20,000. In addition to this 400 units, we bought how much? We bought how much? Samira? How many units were purchased? 750 times 50. How much is that? We bought 750. How much is that? 37,500. Is that right? 37,500. Okay. Then we added this to opening inventory. So we had in total in our stocks 57,500. Now from this you need to minus the closing inventory. How much is the closing inventory? Is it 750 we bought and we sold 650? So therefore our closing inventory is 100. Is this correct? Is this correct, Samira? No. Okay, then how do you calculate that? Can you explain me? I can't hear you. Yeah, so we had opening inventory of 400 and we bought 750. This is our opening inventory. We purchased 750 units. These are the quantities, not the values. We had 1,150 units, of which we sold 650. 650. So therefore, we are left with how much? 500. So 500 will be the closing inventory. 500 into 50. Okay, that will be 25,000, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you minus this, your cost of sales will be 32,500. So what is your gross profit? We say GP, which is, I can't write it here. Okay, it's not allowing me to write here. It should be 500, 11 minus 2, 9, 4 minus 3, 1. So 19,500. Your gross profit will be 19,500. Is that clear, Samira?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is the basic way of calculating the gross profit. Now, I will give you another example, straightforward example. Without any quantities, you need to calculate the gross profit. Okay. First of all, okay. What is the question number? Question, how many questions? 3, 4, question number 5. Please listen to me. Please focus and concentrate. Question number 5. Okay. Sales 70,000. Then let's say opening inventory 6,000. Purchases let's say 75,000. Closing inventory 25,000. Calculate gross profit. Samira, can you calculate? This is very straightforward. Quickly calculate. Can you do that? Okay, do it. Okay, sales 70,000. Cost of sales. Okay. So I can't see anything. Okay. Opening inventory plus purchases minus closing inventory. Okay. How much is the opening inventory? Opening inventory. Okay. Then what is the gross profit? Your cost of sales is 56,000, correct? 14,000. Exactly. Great job. Okay. So inventory, opening inventory 6,000. Purchases 75,000. The total stocks will be 81. Then you had a closing inventory of 25,000 deducted. So this is your cost of sales and your gross profit. This is gross profit. You need to write, otherwise you will not get marks. Good. Very good. Okay. So you understood the concept. Okay. Now I will give you another question. Question number 6. Question number 6. Sales 90,000. Then sales return. Sales return 2,500. Opening stock or opening inventory 5,000. Purchases 35,000. Purchases returns 3,000. This is carriage inwards. Carriage inwards 1,500. Closing inventory. Closing inventory 3,000. Sorry, 13,500. Compute gross profit. Now, this is little bit advanced. I have added more information, but the template is the same. Okay. So we'll start with sales. How much is our sales? 90,000. Now, sales return also given. In that case, what you should do?
You should minus.
From sales, you deduct sales return. 2,500. So therefore, your net sales will be how much? 87,500. Okay. Then from net sales, you deduct cost of sales. Cost of sales, the same format, same template. Start with opening inventory or opening stocks. How much is opening stocks? 5,000. Right? Then you have purchases, right? How much is purchases? 35,000. Please remember, there is purchases return is given, carriage inwards is also given. Okay, so these two are related to purchases. So therefore, it is better to take 3 column now. Okay, don't add it here straight away. This is the first column, and this is the second column, and this is the third column. This is just to take these figures. Okay, so purchases how much? 35,000. Purchases return, what you should do, Samira? Yeah, you should deduct it from purchases. Purchases return. Okay, 3,000. Then what is this carriage inwards? It's a cost. You know, you are purchasing certain items to transport, to bring the stocks to your stores. You need to incur certain cost. That is part and parcel of your purchases. So therefore, the carriage inwards has to be added with Your purchases, how much is that? 1,500. Okay. Then what is the total purchases value now? 35,000 minus purchases return plus carriage inwards. How much is the total now? 35,000 minus 3,000 plus 1,500. How much is that? 33,500. Take it in this column. Okay. So because we are adding opening inventory plus purchases. So here purchases, you should take the net figure. Then take this total 38,500. From this, what you need to do? You need to deduct the closing inventory. How much is that? 13,500. So once you deduct closing inventory, so that will be your cost of sales. How much is the cost of sales? 552, 25,000. And your gross profit will be how much? How much is your gross profit? Is this correct? 62,000?
Yeah, it's correct.
62,500. See, I have given you additional information. Okay. So what additional information I gave you in addition to opening inventory, purchases and closing inventory? I gave you sales return. If sales returns are there, what you need to do? You need to remove it from your sales and take net sales. In addition to that, in relation to purchases, I have given you purchases returns and carriage inwards. So these are relating to your purchases. So therefore, when you calculate cost of sales, you have to show the purchases related items in one column. So what is our usual formula? Opening inventory plus purchases minus closing inventory. So these are the three components, right? Opening inventory, purchases, and closing inventory. Okay. So what we have done? Okay. So to identify purchases, we have taken the purchases related items separately. And we have taken the net figure here. Okay. So opening inventory plus purchases, net purchases minus closing inventory will be the cost of sales. So net sales minus cost of sales is your gross profit. Is that clear? Samira, is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you an example now. Next example. Question number 7. Sales 70,000. Sales return 2,500. Opening stocks 6,000. Take down this question. This one you have to do it. You can do it on my screen. Purchases 34,000. Carriage inwards, let's say 500. Closing inventory. 2,500. Calculate gross profit. Can you do it? Better to take 3 columns. Okay. It should be aligned. Huh? So finish. You can't take so much of time. The presentation is not correct. Huh? It's okay. Go ahead. Quickly do it. What is the gross profit? Okay. So we'll see. Now, this should be 67,500. Okay. So basically 70,000 less sales return 67,500. Now, only problem is you added opening inventory to the purchases. Okay, that's correct. But if you have separated this 6,000 and these two purchases related 34,500, then you will have 40,500, then closing inventory. Okay, which is 38,000 cost of sales. Then sales minus cost of sales will be your gross profit. So 17 minus 8, 9, 5 minus 3 is 29,500. Is that clear, Samira? Any doubts? Is that clear?
No. Yeah.
Okay. Now what I will do, I will share with you. Give me a minute. Okay. Can you see?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Now based on this, okay, can you calculate? Okay, can you calculate? This is a trial balance of Jasdeep Sarha. Okay, 31st December 2016. Now, based on this, can you calculate only the gross profit? We did not discuss about the net profit or the profit for the year. That we will discuss. Based on this, can you tell me what items we need to consider from this trial balance to calculate the gross profit by looking at this? Samira, can you just identify the items that is required to calculate the gross profit? Quickly. I can't hear you.
Sales revenue.
Yeah, sales revenue 80,000. Okay. Then
Revenue return.
revenue returns 5,000. Very good. Go ahead.
Purchases.
Purchases. Okay.
Purchase returns.
Purchase returns.
Carriage inwards.
Carriage inwards. Then, huh?
That's it.
Is that all? How do you calculate cost of sales? Cost of sales, how do you calculate? What is the formula? Ah, okay. So where is the materials? Ah, inventories. Can you hear inventories at 1st January 2016? What does it mean? When the trial balance is given, when the trial balance is prepared, 31st December 2016. This is the year end, right? So inventories at 1st January 2016 means what inventory is this? Opening inventory. Then what about the closing inventory? Where it is given?
Notes.
Huh?
Under notes.
Under notes, correct. Because you can't have opening and closing inventory in one trial balance. We need to pass an entry to this inventory, closing inventory. So that I will explain you later on. But however, you are given sales revenue is given, revenue returns given, inventory, opening inventory is given, purchasers return, then you have given, you are given carriage inwards, and also you are given the closing inventory. Can you calculate quickly based on this, the gross profit? Please calculate quickly. With this, we can wind up the class. Please calculate, then we can wind up. Now see whether you can share. I have given the option.
Karthi, you will have to stop sharing screen.
Okay, I stop. Yes. Okay. Okay, Samira. Now let's go through the question. Okay. We have sales. Give me a minute. Sales 80,000. Sales return, when you deduct, it is 75,000. And you had an opening inventory of 7,000 and purchases 34,000. Purchases return 3,000. Carriage inwards, you have to add 300. So total net purchases will be 31,300 plus opening stocks 38,300 and closing inventory 3,300. So 38,300 minus 3,300, 35,000. Then gross profit is 40,000. Yeah, that's great. Okay. 40,000 is the answer. So let me quickly share the screen. Okay. So basically what we have to do, you need to take sales. Sales value is given 80,000. Okay. 80,000. Then you have to deduct sales return. Sales return is 5,000. So your net sales will be 75,000. From this, you have to deduct cost of sales. So cost of sales, how do you calculate? Opening inventory. Opening inventory is how much? 7,000. To that, you need to add the purchases. But purchases, you are given other information as well. 34,000. 34,000. Purchases return 3,000. You need to deduct the purchases return 3,000. Then you have carriage inwards 300. So that has to be added. 300. So your net purchases is how much? 34,000 minus 3,000, how much? 31,300. 31,300 is your net purchases. So therefore, your total available stocks will be 38,300. From this, you have to deduct the closing inventory. Closing inventory is given as how much? 3,300. So 3,300. So that will be how much? 35,000 is your cost of sales. Then your gross profit is how much? 40,000. Okay. Now we know how to calculate gross profit, right? After calculating gross profit, what you need to do, Samira?
Find
Huh?
the profit for the year.
Profit for the year. So profit for the year, how do you calculate? You need to deduct all the other expenses. Okay. So what you need to do, this is homework for you. You need to calculate the net profit, profit for the year. Wait. This is profit for the year. How do you calculate profit for the year? You need to deduct all the expenses. So what are the expenses given? If you see the expenses, if you go to the trial balance, your rent is your expenses, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So rent is your expenses. Okay. Then what else?
Electricity.
What about wages?
Oh yeah, wages and electricity.
Electricity,
Administration.
administration,
Fuel.
fuel
Insurance.
expenses, insurance. What about buildings?
Isn't it an asset?
Yeah, okay. This is an asset. So this will not be in the income statement. That will be in the financial position. Okay, that I will explain you later. Motor vehicles,
Asset.
assets. Accounts, trade receivables,
Asset.
assets. Bank,
Asset.
cash,
Asset.
trade payables,
Liability.
liabilities. Bank loan,
Liability.
equity. That is equity, right? Capital.
Yeah, equity. Yeah.
Drawings, drawings, capital. Okay. So it should be deducted from your equity. Okay. So inventories we have already considered here. So out of this, what are all expenses you need to take then? Rent, wages, electricity, administration, fuel expenses, insurance. Okay. So I think we can calculate that and we can wind up afterwards. Okay. Okay. So let's take all the expenses. Rent, rent how much? 6,000. Wages how much? 8,000. Electricity how much? 2,000, right? Then we have administration expenses. Admin expenses how much? 3,000. Then fuel expenses 2,500. Then finally you have insurance. How much is the total, Samira? How much is the total? Can you add up and give me the total? 23,000. Okay. So what is the profit for the year? 17,000. You understand?
Mm.
Okay. So this belongs to whom, Samira, this profit? To the owner. So therefore, when you prepare the balance sheet is based on assets equals equity plus liabilities, right?
Mm.
This is the equation. So you have assets, you have liabilities. Okay, this is the equity part. So whatever the profit that you have earned, if you take the total assets, total liabilities plus equity plus this profit belongs to the owner, okay, then the balance sheet should balance. Okay, so this I will discuss in my next chapter, which is the preparation of financial position. Is that clear, Samira?
Yes.
Okay, so today we will wind up the class, then we will continue next time. Okay, thank you very much.